Chapter 4, Mishnah 4. If the ox of a competent person, i.e. a normal adult, gored the ox of a deaf mute, an insane person, or a minor, the damager is obligated to pay for the damage. But if the ox of a deaf mute, an insane person, or minor gored the ox of a competent person, the damager is not obligated to pay for the damage. 4. Since he is not mentally competent, he cannot be held responsible for guarding his animal. However, if the ox of a deaf mute, an insane person, or a minor gored repeatedly, thereby showing that it is wild and aggressive, the court appoints a guardian to watch over the ox for them, and witnesses testify about them before the court in the presence of the guardian. That is, if witnesses testify that the ox gored 3 times after the guardian took charge, the ox becomes a muad. Then, if the ox gores a 4th time, the court can collect full damages from the property of the owner, the deaf mute, insane person, or minor. If the ox became a muad after the guardian was appointed, and then the deaf mute became able to hear and speak, or the insane person became sane, or the minor became an adult, so that the responsibility for the ox goes from the guardian back to the owner, since the owner is now mentally competent, the ox returns to its tom status, and its owner pays only half damages if it gores again. These are the words of Rabbi Meir. A dissenting view. Rabbi Yossi says the ox remains in its present muad state even after its owner becomes competent, and so he must pay full damages if it gores again. The Torah states in Exodus chapter 21, verse 28, that an ox that killed a person is put to death. The Mishnah teaches an exception to this law. An ox of the stadium, i.e. an ox that is trained to fight for the purpose of entertaining spectators in a stadium, is not liable to be put to death if it killed a person, because it is stated, if an ox gores a man or woman and the victim dies, the ox shall surely be stoned. See Exodus there. By stating if an ox gores, the verse implies that the sentence of death is applied only if the ox gored on his own, and not if others cause it to gore, for example, by training it.